Hi friends, if you're new to Davinci Resolve, then you may notice that there is actually what's called a cut page. Now this is not super intuitive if you're just new to the program. I've already got a video showing you a little bit about the cut page to introduce you some of the features, but it's actually quite a lot you can do in the cut page. So I wanted to make this video a little bit of a maybe the next step along. So I'm going to actually take one of my existing videos and do some form of edit in the cut page, just so you can see how I go about using the cut page to make some of my videos, and that way you can actually kind of learn along while watching me do it. Okay, so we are currently in the cut page here. I'm just going to drag on one of my bits of kind of videos I've literally just recorded in the summer earlier this year. And I want to go through and just make some of the edits. Now, of course, first of all, what we need to do is actually go to the cut page, which we can do by clicking the icon right at the bottom on the left-hand side. And we are now in the cut page. And I've already kind of talked about a little bit in the previous video about the layout of this. So make sure you watch that video first so this one makes more sense. Okay, so let's drag on a piece of media onto the actual cut page. We have it just here. I'm just going to remove the existing tracks that we just have above. So we've just got one straightforward track. Now I've already showed you that in this playhead just here, it doesn't actually, you can't actually move it like you can on the edit page. What you can do is you actually drag the video effectively underneath it or past it. So this red line always stays in the same place. But if I actually drag the kind of head, I'm basically holding down the mouse button and sort of scrolling left or right, we can actually fast forward through this video just here. And we can also use the keys as well. So if we use the left and right cursor keys, we can step forward and backwards kind of one frame in the actual video. And if we hold down the shift key with the left and right cursor keys, we can jump forward and back a bit more further. So you've got a few alternative choices how to actually navigate. The other thing you can do is on this top bar right at the very, with this big blue bar, that's your whole timeline. And I'm currently looking at the beginning of it. You can drag that playhead through your video and it's going to then change the one at the bottom at the same time. Now the other thing to be aware of is the line at the top here. So I've already explained to you in the previous video what that's about. And it's kind of the overall sort of, I guess, the sort of bird's eye view of your timeline of the entire video. And at the moment, I've got no edits at all. So it's literally just a big blue bar. And when we start to put edits in it, you're going to start to see lines appearing in that. Now, if I want to move to any particular point in that timeline, I could just drag that red line, not the one in the bottom, but the one at the top here. And that kind of works in the way you expect and actually allows me to fast forward to certain parts of the video. All right, so that's just kind of start to do a little bit of an edit. So the very first thing, if I actually drag this to the beginning, I'm kind of just looking at the camera. So I want to cut that bit out. So we can do that very easily just by positioning the playhead roughly where just before I start speaking. Click on the video track and then just do a cut, which we can do by pressing the Control B on the Windows machine or Apple key and then B. And it creates a cut at that point. And I can either just now delete that set part. If I click on it and just press the backspace, notice it now removes that, and what happens is it kind of sucks, I suppose, I'm not sure, ripples is a probably technical term, ripples the video forward and gets rid of that point. So I've kind of done an actual cut at that point. Let's just move forward and let play. Now I want to make an edit at this point just here. So again, I'm going to click on my video, press Control B and create a cut point. Now if I don't want to delete the previous part of the video, but what I want to do instead is I want to kind of trim the incoming clip, which is the one on the right hand side. What I can do is now, once I've done a cut, I can hover over that line and you can see this sort of big trim icon here. Hold it and then drag my mouse to the right hand side and notice it's kind of sucking or bringing in the actual video, the next video clip to that point. So kind of creating an edit point. You can kind of rippling the video towards that cut point. So that's another way of making a cut. As you continue with the video, you're going to carry on making cuts in this way. You're going to find the point you want to cut. You're going to press Ctrl B, create a cut point, then drag the actual incoming video clip and just find the point where you want to actually make the edit. And you can utilize the windows at the top of the screen, which shows you the outgoing clip, which is the one on the left hand side, and the incoming clip, which is the one on the right, to actually fine tune your video edits. For example, if on the left hand side I've kind of got my hand up and I've got my mouth open, which I'm always doing that, then you want to, in order to try and create as seamless as possible edit point, you want to make sure the one on the right, which is the incoming clip, kind of isn't too, there's not too much of a jump between my position. So for example, I'm just going to scroll the video backwards and forwards, as you can see, trying to find a similar point before my next bit of speech to make sure that there's no kind of jerky motion. Now, if I was to do something a bit more, like lean forward, you don't want to kind of make an edit at that point because it's going to look a little bit strange. Now, you don't just have to trim the incoming clip, you can also trim the outgoing clip. So let's say I want to trim some of the video at the end of the outgoing clip. I can hover over the cut point just to the left, and you can see the kind of brackets, which is showing me I'm going to trim the outgoing clip. I'm going to hold my mouse and I'm going to drag the incoming clip kind of to the left, which is kind of trimming the outgoing clip, making that shorter, and it's bringing the rest of the video forward. So I'm kind of removing footage from the outgoing clip. So you can do it to either the incoming or outgoing clip in a corresponding way. Now you can just, of course, if you want to just to delete a bit of footage, let's say I want to delete the bit in the middle, and let's say I've got the clip on the left hand side and I've got the clip on the right, and I want to remove the video clip in the middle, I can just highlight that and I'm just going to hit the delete key. And as soon as I do that, it brings the two clips together, the two remaining clips, and removes that second clip. So we've just got the first and the third, and everything kind of sort of ripples together. Let me just undo that. Now, another way of doing this is, if you don't want to kind of trim the video clip, which I generally always do, is you can actually just quickly drag the third clip and drop it over the place where you want to create another cut point. Let me just show you what I mean. So let's say I want to cut approximately about here on my second outgoing clip. I'm sorry, the outgoing clip. I'm going to click on the incoming clip and drag it and then drop it where I want the cut point. And then it's going to create the cut point at that place there, as you can see. But to be honest, I find that just a little bit less counterintuitive than just trimming the clip. And it's actually, I find that trimming the clips is probably a lot more fun way of doing it. And that really is all it is to making your videos with a cut page. It really is quite, when you get a hang of it, it's actually quite straightforward. You're just bringing your video clip, you're then just playing through it with the scrolling up and forwards with the playhead. Don't forget, if you want to actually move the playhead to another part of the video, you want to make sure you drag on the bit in the actual timeline here, near the head, where you have the two white double arrows. If you actually try and hold the mouse a bit further down, you're going to find you can't actually drag it, and that's kind of a little bit strange. So you have to drag it at the top here, and then you can kind of move yourself around the video by dragging it to the left or the right, and then find your next edit point. Okay, there's a few different ways of kind of using the cut page, and I've already showed you another way in a previous video, and that's to use in and out points. So if you prefer to, I guess, build up your footage clip by clip, so you want to kind of look at the source, make your in point, make your out point, and then append it to the line, then that's a way of doing it. If you just want to just dump a whole lot of footage or A-roll straight onto the track and then cut it accordingly, so rather than doing in points and out points, then you can just do it by creating cuts and then trims, as I've showed you in this particular video. So, there's no right or wrong way to doing the cut page. It's just whichever way you particularly prefer, and it depends on the type of video you're doing. Okay, guys, well, I hope that sort of a quick walkthrough of the cut page on with a little bit of a video clip is useful to you. If it is, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow and help other people learn about Davinci Resolve. Take care and see you soon.